Good afternoon, folks. And today we're going to talk about Ohio State and Michigan stats of how well they did. Now, we got some. Now, the passing game was at 449 total passing yards. That also obviously resonates with the receiving game for Ohio State. And 229 total rushing yards for the rushing game. Now, this looks like it's going to be a really good game for both teams. As of Michigan, they had 261 total passing yards and 205 total rushing yards. So that equals out to 466 total yards for Michigan and 678 total yards for Ohio State. Now, it's going to get very interesting here for this game because they obviously say Michigan's more of a smash-mouth defense game, but they passed a lot in this game. Bryce Underwood went 12 of 26 with one interception for 187 yards. Jaden Davis went 6 of 17 for 2 with 2 interceptions, 74 yards. Now, when you look at how these players played out, number 19, Bryce Underwood, and number 2, Jaden Davis, two decently good quarterbacks. Now, we'll break it down to those players, and we'll talk about them another day, and then we'll compare those quarterbacks versus Ohio State's quarterbacks. We'll talk about them either tomorrow or Wednesday. And who you think should be the quarterback for Michigan and Ohio State. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll do that. Now, the rushing game, number 24, Bryson Cusdale, 14 carries, 105 yards. Number 23, Jordan Marshall, who had some playing time last year, 4 carries, 9 yards. I think they pulled him out just to have the same goes with Ohio State. They pulled some of their players out, some of their starters out, just so they could get to see how well their backups can play and see how well they are. And number 36, Thomas O'Meara, 5 carries, 9 yards. Number 2, Jaden Davis, 5 carries, -7 yards. So that tells you a lot about this team. And number 22, Justice Haynes, 6 carries, 51 yards. Number 25, Micaiah Campanana, 15 carries, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Then number 19, Bryce Underwood, 5 carries, 5 yards. Number 39, Joe Taylor, 1 carry, -1 yard. Now, receiving for Michigan, number 85, Logan Forbes, 3 carries, 42 yards. Number 13, Donovan McCauley, 1 carry, 1 reception, 25 yards. Number 81, Peyton O'Leary, 1 reception, 4 yards. Thomas O'Meara, 1 catch, 35 yards. Number 42, Jalen Hoffman, 7 receptions, 148 yards, 1 touchdown. Number 14, Channing Goodwin, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Number 14, Andrew Marsh, 1 reception, 12 yards. And number 22, Justice Haynes, 1 reception, 4 yards. Now, the defense performed pretty decent with 3 interceptions. Both quarterbacks were intercepted. Jaden Davis was intercepted twice. Jeremiah Lowe had 2 interceptions. Number 32 and number 24, Tavis Metcalf, had 1 interception. So, that there shows you how good this team really is on defense, but it also shows you how well they are on offense. Now, Jaden Davis, I was kind of disappointed on Jaden Davis. I thought he'd do better on the running game. Same with Bryce Underwood, considering they propped him up to be this monster quarterback that he was, considering he's the number 1 quarterback in the country. He shouldn't perform up to that. Sacked twice, or something like that. And then he managed to carry the team multiple other times. Now, here's the theory I have about Michigan. A lot of pluses and a lot of negatives. Either their offense is just that bad like they were last year, somehow they managed to beat us, which is very disappointing. Either their offense is just that bad or the defense is just that good. That's the question mark. Now, the 148 yards that Jalen Hoffman had, he had 60 yards before that. And Bryce Underwood, out of his 187 yards, he had 99 yards before the last play of the game. That there was busted coverage by Michigan. A pass right down the middle. It was caught. He ran it 88 yards for a touchdown. That was probably at least maybe 12, maybe 15 yards downfield when he caught the ball. And they ran it back 80. They ran it down 88 yards. End of the game. Game over. That was the game. Absolutely embarrassing if you're the Mays defense, because there was gaps wide open right there in the middle. If you throw it like that, you can easily win the game, and that's literally what they did. Now, Ohio State, on the other hand, they had a lot of positives, a lot of negatives. Now, the interceptions were the negative for Tavion St. Clair, but other than that, he was pretty much on target. He threw 100. We'll look at Lincoln Kienholz. 12 of 18 for 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tavion, number 3, that was Lincoln Kienholz. Number 9, Tavion St. Clair, 11 of 15 with 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown for 116 yards. And number 10, Julian Sayin, 17 of 24, 1 touchdown for 175 yards. So that there tells you a lot about these players. Now, the rushing game was 229 yards. And then we got to look at some other stats right here. Kienholz had 2 carries for 6 yards. St. Clair had 5 carries for 16 yards. So he didn't really do too bad. He actually looked a little more sharper than the other guy did, than Underwood did. He had more yardage than Underwood. He was never sacked, it doesn't appear like. I mean, I might be wrong, but it looked like he had more yardage. Then C.J. Donaldson, number 12, C.J. Donaldson, 4 carries, 35 yards, 1 touchdown. Number 20, James Peoples, 2 carries, 6 yards. Number 24, Sam William Dixon, 11 carries, 64 yards. Number 25, Bo Jackson, 13 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. And number 26, Chase Bracht, 2 carries, 14 yards. 449 total yards on passing. On passing and receiving, obviously it's the same thing, but different entities. Now, Brandon Ennis, number 1, Brandon Ennis, 2 receptions, 35 yards. Number 4, Jeremiah Smith, 4 receptions, 19 yards. Mylan Graham, number 5, 4 receptions, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. Number 7, Philip Bell, 3 receptions, 30 yards, 1 touchdown. Number 8, Desi Jones, 1 reception, 7 yards. Number 11, Quincy Porter, 4 receptions, 50 yards. Then Donaldson kind of got in on this, and so did their players. 1 reception, 1 yard. Bryson Rogers, 1 reception, 1 yard. Jalen Thurman, number 15, a comeback from there. 2 receptions, 35 yards. Bryson Rogers is number 13. Number 17, Cornell Tate, 2 receptions, 26 yards. William Dixon, another running back, 2 receptions, 21 yards with 1 touchdown. Then Jackson, 2 receptions, 11 yards. Number 82, David Adolph, 1 reception, 5 yards. Number 83, Nate Roberts, 4 receptions, 41 yards. Number 84, Dorian Williams, 1 reception, 10 yards. Some good passes there. And number 86, Max Clare, 2 receptions, 28 yards, 1 touchdown. Number 88, Maxence LeBlanc, 2 receptions, 22 yards. That's pretty good for now. We look at our defense. Number 10, Fahim Delane, 1 interception. And number 21, Brenton Jones, 1 interception. Each of them had an interception. So that there tells you just how good they really are. So I see this. If you see all these receivers here, now some of these will be second stringers, obviously. I don't know if David Adolph will be a second stringer. He's been there for a very long time. Nate Roberts, same thing. He might be a starter at tight end. Same with David Adolph, I'm not sure. 82 and 83 and 82, not sure. Dorian Williams, I'm not sure. Nate Roberts is a transfer. Now, Carnell Tate and Jillian Thurman, they might come in as backups. Now, Donaldson, he'll be a running back, that's for sure. I'm not sure where he'll stand in at running back. Sam William Dixon, he might come in as a backup to either James Peoples or C.J. Donaldson. Might be those two in the backfield at running back. Then you have Bo Jackson might come in for one of them. The running back, the backfield of the running back looks very promising, I think. Now, Julian Sayin, I think he's got some promise when it comes to quarterback. Most likely it's Julian Sayin who will be the quarterback. I'm not sure where Lincoln Kienholz will stand in at quarterback, if he'll be the backup quarterback, or if Tavion St. Clair will be the second string, or if he'll be third string. Because Lincoln Kienholz, I'm not sure if Julian Sayin will be there after this year. He might go pro, I'm not sure. But if he plays like he is there, he looks very promising for pros. I mean, he can pass. He's literally on target. He can hit. He can connect. This guy's literally connecting on all cylinders. And it's really showing that. So, if you're going to play like you really want to play, these guys are promising. Now, St. Clair, on the other hand, he's more of a versatile quarterback, and he pretty much will proved it. Now, I'm not sure how well we'll get with... hopefully he doesn't transfer. I mean, hope this isn't a one-and-done deal like Quinn Ewers was. Oh, such a disappointment that was. But I don't think he will be. I think he'll stick around. He's going to be a good quarterback, I think, if he comes back. But I think Ohio State has a lot of potential with Julian Sayin if we can play like we really want to win. Now, Brandon Ennis, him and Jeremiah Smith will most likely be the starting receivers. Mylan Graham, he'll most likely be the backup. He'll most likely substitute for one of them. I'm not sure about Quincy Porter. Now, Bryson Rogers and Jalen Thurman and Carnell Tate will most likely come in for them. Starting tight end will most likely be David Adolph and Nate Roberts, probably. So we'll just have to see where they start everybody at. And these guys are just pretty good passers. I mean, now, Michigan, on the other hand, we'll just have to see how that goes. Jordan Marshall will most likely be the starting running back. And we'll see probably Bryson Cusdale in there with him in the backfield. They'll probably see Bryce Underwood in there. Logan Forbes will probably be your starting tight end. Then you'll probably see McCauley and Hoffman. You'll probably see Hoffman in there, tight end. Forbes will probably not be there. He'll probably come in as a backup if he wants to trade places with Hoffman. And then you'll probably see McCauley and Goodwin in there at wide receiver. At least that's my take on this. Just Haynes and Marshall will probably be your starters, and Cusdale will probably come in as a backup. That is my take on that part. Well, with that being said, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications. Obviously, Arch Manning will be the first battle that we'll deal with. So we all know how that's gonna be. So hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications. That being said, I'm out of here. Peace.